So this is the national assessment of educational progress between grades 4, 8, and 12. This is from 1990 to 2017. As you can see, the gap between the black, Hispanics, and the whites, and then all races and the Asian. And it continues from 4 through 8 on to grade 12. The numbers are similar. And that's mostly because of social promotion. Where students are getting pushed along these grades, not mastering the content in the previous grade. So as you go on and on and on, students struggle more and more and more because they didn't master anything before the grade before. And that's a lot of stress because now teachers, rating are tied to how students perform in a state exam from grades 3 to 8. And we're stuck where do we want to teach grade appropriate work and then see kids struggle all year and stress ourselves out? Or do we want to make it equitable for everybody and, give kids confidence, but when they take the state exam, they're not going to be exposed to anything that's on the test and they're going to struggle anyway. So it's kind of like a lose-lose situation. And then as a math teacher, I end up teaching literacy because students come to me grade levels behind in reading. And they don't know how to approach a problem because the vocabulary, the verbiage and the word problem, they're not able to understand what they're asking them to do. And then that's a struggle. Vocabulary is a struggle. They can't pronounce the words, and then they're stuck. So it's very rough. And this ties into what I was talking about yesterday with the certification exam. These kids get pushed along school. The ones that do graduate, they go to college taking remedial courses. And then when they get through college, they go into the professional world where they have to take an exam no matter what they want to do to be licensed, especially a professional career. And they struggle with that as well. And the same thing with me, where, I was struggling with math, to pass that exam because I didn't have any prior knowledge. When I was studying, I had to practice stuff all the way back from elementary school and work my way up to high school. And even with English as well, I struggled as a writer. I struggled with grammar. And I didn't realize that until college. When in high school, middle school, when I was writing these papers, I didn't see half the amount of corrections on my paper that I seen in college, where I felt like the professor rewrote everything. And he told me I speak how I write like how I speak. And I didn't realize that because I didn't get that feedback in middle school and high school. I was told I was a great writer. So, this starts from young, so the challenge is, with me, I at least try to push my kids and challenge them with grade appropriate work because I know that they're going to see this later on in life. And even if they do struggle, I want them to be exposed to it. The more exposure, the more practice, the better they will get. They're not going to get it on day one. And it takes years. And we can't do it all in the classroom as teachers. There needs to be help. Parents, if you got to spend your money on tutoring or get them in a learning academy, or even do your research on your own and have them do extra work on Saturday and Sunday. Try to challenge them and work grades ahead because it's going to help them in the future, like years down the line. I didn't realize that until I was struggling passing exams. I was like, man, I wish I was, taking the due diligence to even in my SAT. I struggled. I did horrible in my SAT, I took that test, especially with the math. It was math I've never seen before in my life. And I passed every math class from middle school to high school. So, we need to get the exposure. I don't feel like these kids are getting the exposure to be successful in post-secondary, or in high school. I know I talked about a lot, probably kind of went off topic, but tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.